The play is about a woman called Ella Gericke, who just before the Second World War, her husband dies. And in order to keep his job and their apartment and their way of life, she becomes him. She takes on his identity and she goes to work as him and she gets away with it. And the amazing thing is that she keeps that up all the way through, right up until the fall of the Berlin Wall in our play. So she goes from the beginning of World War II, when she's about 19, all the way through to her 60s. And she's adopted this identity. And we catch up with her at the beginning of the play. She's about 66, she's retired, and she's only just now coming to terms with what she's done and what she's had to do to survive. She doesn't tell all of it. It's fragments of her memory. It's an incredible story. It's actually based on a true story. We met with Manfred Karge and had a fantastic conversation with him about the play. He'd originally written it for his wife, and he based it on a newspaper clipping that he read of a woman that had actually done this. And I think she got away with it for about 12 years. What attracted me to the play was the fact when Bruce gave it to me, I had no idea how to start. I knew that it was an amazing piece of writing. I had enjoyed, the whole journey of having read it. But when I actually began to think as an actor about how I was going to perform this character and what this play could be, I had no idea where to start. And that is an amazing challenge. Knowing that I'd be working with Bruce and also with Scott Graham, that suddenly became really, really exciting. And then as more and more of the creative team came on board, I knew, even though we didn't have answers to anything yet, that it was going to be a really special adventure just to find out what we were going to make. The challenges for me with this character, well, obviously it's a one-woman show, so there's just me. So that was kind of scary. But again, a massive challenge and a great learning curve as an actor. I did a lot of research into all of the events that she would have lived through. So some of them are, it's not a purely realistic play, and we don't make, very, very direct references to a lot of this time period. But these are the experiences that she would have had. Living through the Second World War was part of her experience. So I had to understand that. And we went to Germany, Bruce and I, again. When we went to meet with Manfred, we went to a lot of museums, which was incredible. I think we were there for a week, and if we weren't in a museum, we were in the theatre, just trying to soak up that kind of German theatre experience along with the history. My experience of working with two directors has been amazing. I've loved every minute of it. Really lucky because Bruce and Scott get on fantastically well. The dynamic between the two of them is incredible. And they're on the same page about everything, but they can come at it from slightly different directions. And especially when Scott Graham, amazing director, Frantic Assembly, the movement work that they do is absolutely incredible. And Bruce has an incredible pedigree himself in Shakespeare. He was on tour with the Bridge Project and Richard III and working with Kevin Spacey, and has this really rich, deep understanding of text, but has great ideas about physicality, as Scott has great ideas with text also. And when you hear the two of them talking, you can't help but get really excited. Because of the team that we've had in the room, it actually doesn't feel like I'm on my own. I've got two directors, and they're up on stage with me, and we work everything through together. And there's so many different people that feature in these memories of Ella that I have to create, that weirdly once they're in the body, and you can start to kind of bounce off of them. So sometimes it doesn't feel like I'm the only person in the show. And I also have an incredible DSM working with me, who is backstage doing a whole show of her own. And I kind of feel like she should be out taking a bow with me at the end of the play, because the track that she walks is absolutely incredible. Matthew Scott, head of music from the National Theatre, has done the most beautiful score. This play, what Manfred's really captured in the text is this idea of it, this story as a modern German fairy tale. And there's that motif weaves all the way through. And Matthew's done the most incredible job bringing that out in the music. There are these gorgeous kind of undertones of this music box that just hint at that fairy tale world, whilst still encapsulating, the violence and the terror of the period that she was living in. So I can't wait to hear what audiences make about the music. I am so excited to be going home to Scotland with this play. I'm so proud of it, and to take it home is huge for me. You know, the voice that we have found for Max is a Scottish voice as well, and to hear the feedback from the Scottish audience about this character, you know, hopefully it's someone that I think they might be able to relate to.